13, infinite peace, high vibes, positivity, imagination, creation, gratitude, passion, love, humbleness, humility, all that. All high positive energy. Straight to the point. Mindsets. Your mindset is a huge part of what you are seeing out here in this life, in this physical realm. I have, embedded in my mind that I'm detaching from everything that I was taught, everything that I was taught that I can remember that's not for me, for my spirit growing. So in that process, I have, always think I'm a soul before the body. The soul, we can't see it right now. Like this image of this body, of this face, of this pigment of the skin, of this melanin. This is the picture of our soul, basically. This is like this physical. This is the picture of our soul, basically. But we are still invisible. Think about it as a hologram, and we just poop down into this physical holographic world. But we came from the universe. Think about that. We come from the universe. We are on an earth, a planet. We are on a planet with multiple dimensions on this planet. Different realms that people should go look up and study before they start trapping their mind down in a physical reality. Because that's where they'll be trapped for a long time. Okay, so like I was saying with my mindset, I close my eyes and I'm gone. I'm free. To the point where it's the same thing when my eyes open now. Look at your pupil. Look at the little black dot. Like, that's where we came from, yo. That's the seat of the soul. That's the pineal gland. That's your third eye. Your third eye, your first eye, that keeps you intact with that spirit realm at all times until you leave your body. This temporary stop on your spiritual journey, your spiritual path, or whatever, of consciousness in this physical realm. Let's see, an atom is made of empty space, yo. Isn't that something else? An atom is mostly filled of empty space. The first atom of consciousness. Think about that. I be trying to get people to put your mindset to where, think about things before like first century times, yo. We're in the 21st century. Think about your mindset being in the first century. Like you were the first being on this earth. Everything is revolving evolving around you. Think about that. This is your world, like your reality. But you have to create it. And outside forces will alter your shit. Excuse me for cursing, but I'm trying to tell you, yo. People don't think reincarnation, incarnating, all that. Think about it. Just think about it. Okay, back to the mindset. If you hear, like, for the people that are still wanting to be rich with money, paper, man, I'm not with it, but how about you think about yourself being the richest man on earth, on the planet, having all the money in the world? How about you think about that every day, every time you think about money, and watch it manifest? Things like that. That's like a small example of what I'm talking about, like with mindsets. People put so many people above them. Stop that. I think I'm the realest soul walking the earth. I know I am. Like, you can't put a soul above you. That's when your life starts getting altered by things that's not going to help you evolve. Your soul. It's all about your soul. That's it, yo. If it's not about your soul, then what it's about? You tell me. If it's not about your soul, what's it about? And when I talk about this religion, yo, it's funny how most religious people are judgmental. Nah, I'm not hating on you, nothing like that. I'm just saying about what I observed. I'm a security guard at Bobcats Arena, so I interact with a lot of people. People want to talk about religion sometimes, want to talk about God and Jesus, and I can see where they're already going with their conversations before they, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So for a person to want to talk about religion but can't take somebody asking them some deep questions about it, you got to kind of think like, come on. Come on. Was the Bible here in the 1st century? Think about that. Every time I think about something, I think about the 1st century. Screw this 21st century nonsense that's going on out here. I'm thinking about times since the 1st century, since the first atom of consciousness. The first atom of consciousness. To where a being, a soul can remember, like, existence. That is alive, creation. You feel what I'm saying? Get your mindset to the 1st century. Back to the first ancestors. To where they, like, if it wasn't for the ancestors, you wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. People have to give respect to the ancestors, their elders. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm starting to have, more humbleness towards people who are working at a lower consciousness level. But I know that, like, everybody has their own consciousness level. So if somebody's lower than you, not to belittle them, but to take them in as where try to learn as much as possible from them as you can, because you can learn something from everybody out here. From everybody. Except these parasitic beasts. You see what they learn, and you see what that got us, right? Niggas out here wanting money, killing for money, killing a soul for money. Paper, numerology. Even though you know nothing about numbers, you got the matrix. The matrix money got you stuck, B. Got you stuck, yo. What's the difference between $1 and $100? It's all on the same paper. The president's face is just different. The paper's still green. Just the numbers in the corners are different. Think about that. But that's supposed to be worth something? Come on, yo. Let's say you had all the money in the world. Is all the money in the world going to make your soul grow? No. It's just going to make you experience things on this physical realm, right? Exactly. So money is not... That's what I'm saying. When you go to your job and you got to do that to survive, there's nothing wrong with that, because we're so deep into where that's what we have to do right now to survive and feed ourselves. But to think that this money is going to take you somewhere, to think that these jobs and careers out here are going to take you somewhere, to think that school is going to take you somewhere, to think that religion, going to church on just Sundays and reading a few Bible verses is going to take you somewhere. If that's your consciousness level, okay, cool. But don't, get sensitive and judgmental when somebody asks you questions that's just trying to help you raise your consciousnness. That's it. That's all, you know what I'm saying? But it's a world where we have to learn from each other, build from each other, grow from each other. Like, we're brothers and sisters out here. We need each other to help each other grow. Like, there's beings out here that are not for us growing. And if once that thought about they're not for us growing, once you see that, there's no way you should follow that. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, the rappers out here, I don't hate on no fucking rapper, yo. I'm telling you, I don't care about that. But if you're going to bump that rapper, think about the words, every vibration that they speak out into this universe, and what it's going to bring back to you for saying it, for them for saying it, and who they work for. All the material things they work for. You feel me? That's why, just think about that. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? Just think about that. Put your mind frame in a frame 1st century. Hell, maybe before the 1st century was even recorded. Just go way back, you know what I'm saying? The beginning of time. Have your mind frame in that beginning of time mind frame. The first supreme soul being on earth. Living in existence for a purpose. Trying to figure out its purpose for how it got here. You feel me? Something like that. And it's not about a job and all that. That's just what we are succumbed to right now, because that's just how far and deep we just let them get ahead of us. Why, since the first century, don't you think like our our ancestors knew about things? They could see things before they happened. They were so in tune because we just came out of nowhere to a place in the middle of nowhere. You feel me? We are in outer space at all times. So for people to want to defend something that's Vatican-like, physical realm-like, do you understand this physical realm is the low of all lows? The so-called underworld, hell? That's how it's described in your Bible? But hey, my life is heaven on earth, baby. State of nirvana, that's where I'm going. Like, just a pure beingness. I'm headed there. If it's not about my soul growing, I don't want no part of it. And that's just point blank period, yo. I don't have time to talk about distractions and all that other stuff. Like, if that's for you and that's what you want to do in your consciousness, that's fine. That is fine. But I cannot keep going out of my way to try to keep trying to wake people up, yo. Because it was bringing too much energy out of me. Like, it's all about me now, yo. Think about if everybody had that mindset. It's all about me. I self-law and master. If it's not about my soul growing, then I don't need no part of it. Imagine if everybody thought like that. That's why I took a break. I want you to think about it, for real. Just think about that. It's real out here in this physical spirit realm. The people that are so-called in control, people doing things behind the scenes that we can't see that are controlling things. That's the people I'm talking about. You got to think about how them people cannot sin. This physical realm is their only world. See, we have the chance to ascend and make it to a higher level of consciousness and state of being. That pure blissful state of nirvana. Please go look up nirvana. Go look that up. Pyramid is always strong. I'm kind of rambling on, but I'm putting some of my thoughts out there to try to get people to, you ain't got to think like me, you ain't got to be like me, none of that. Just take a few of my thoughts and try to, you know, observe things from that thought. Cause hey, my one thought, it's a billion, trillion, zillion different outcomes and views from that one thought in my brain, yo. I dissect a lot of things. My thoughts, like, chop a lot of it up. Cause every thought leads to my reality. So if I see something, if I observe something in life, I know it means something. Everything is a sign from something. It's an experiencing the most experienceful experiences. That's what's going on. Like, it's experience after experience, moment after moment, truth after truth in this life. Like, I'm just trying to get you to just think more from a observing standpoint. Let's say you're the universe right now. Oh, did that just scare you? We are the universe. So let's not think that we are. We are. So let's shift your awareness to the universe. Oh, that's where we came from too, right? Exactly. So why would you let any outside force steer you down the wrong path? That's not for your soul growing. That's all I'm saying, man. Just, if it's not about your soul growing, it shouldn't be for you, man. That's all I'm trying to say, man. I'm out, man. I'm talking too much about nothing, really. I'm going to try to make another video soon.